shocking. I know what you're looking at in those viewers. Girly pictures. Ah, ba-ba-boo. Would you look at that?
That's $250,000 in pure gold.
I picked these up at the banker's stag.
Mr. Drysdale, Miss Jane?
Come in. How are you?
I'm feeling frisky as a new shorn sheep.
Wonderful. When you're happy, I'm happy. Miss Hathaway, give all the employees a coffee break.
Chief, did you mean it? A real coffee break?
Shoot the works, 3 minutes.
They'll never forget you for this.
Now, what can I do for you?
Well, I want to draw out some money.
Miss Hathaway, cancel the coffee break. How much?
Oh, just a couple of dollars.
Oh, go ahead with the coffee break.
You see, I got to get some things for my new job.
Job? Oh, Mr. Clampett, you don't need a job. You have $62 million in my bank and more coming in every day.
That's right. And it keeps on coming in whether I'm sitting, standing, or snoring.
Isn't it wonderful?
No, it ain't. A man has got to earn his keep in order to be happy. That's the reason I went down to the, what you call, Department of Employment and hired myself out for wages.
You didn't?
I did, and they give me something I think I'm going to be real good at. It's outdoors, moving around a lot, getting a lot of exercise.
What is the job, Mr. Clampett?
Well, all I have to do is ride around hanging on this truck. And we go down the street, and we stop next to these big cans, and I just heave them up and empty them in the back of the truck.
You're a
sanitation engineer. And here's the part you're going to like. They take out for Social Security and retirement, but that still leaves a pretty big chunk that's going right in your bank every week. Oh, Mr. Not that cheer you up. Well, I got to go pick up my uniform. Bye now.
I called you right away, John. With Mr. Clampett holding the lease on your largest oil field, I knew you'd want to talk to him.
No, I already have a garbage man.
Stop joking. I could become the laughingstock of Beverly Hills.
Oh, calm down, Melbourne. The man just wants to do something useful. All that's necessary is to come up with a different job.
I knew you'd have the answer. When can he start?
Hold on. I respect Mr. Clampett a great deal. There's nothing for him to do at OK Oil. What about the bank?
The last time he worked there, he had the bank buy $3,000 worth of Girl Scout cookies.
I thought we'd never get our money out of that deal.
What's so silly, standing in the corner wearing a Girl Scout uniform?
How do you think I felt in mine?
Melbourne, you should put Mr. Clampett in a job that sounds useful but doesn't contribute anything. Something unimportant.
I have it at the board of directors.
Miss Hathaway.
Wait now. The directorship on your board might be just the thing to keep Mr. Clampett busy but out of trouble.
My board? Why can't OK Oil take him?
This is your problem, Melbourne. As long as Mr. Clampett is happy and continues to sign my lease, it doesn't bother me that he collects garbage. After all, somebody's got to do it.
Has Jed come down yet?
Not yet, Granny, but we's ready for him.
I hope you're proud of your paw. Walking right in and getting himself a fine job with the government.
Boy, I wish I worked on one of them big trucks. Well, they got a machine on the back that takes that old trash and... Crash, bang, and that's the end of it. I'll get it.
How'd you throw?
Howdy, Miss Jane. You're just in time to see Uncle Jed off. Howdy, Mr. Drysdale. Mr. Brewster.
That's all.
How are you?
Fine.
Ain't it wonderful about Jed's new job?
Yes, I'll bet he'll have his hands full. I didn't mean his hands full. I mean, he'll be up to his neck in...
Here he comes.
Look at there.
I need something. Seeing a man in uniform always did make my heart beat a little faster. You two go fetch the truck. I don't want Jed to be late. This calls for a celebration. I'm going to break open my jug and some glasses. You can help me, Miss Jane.
All right, Granny.
Oh, not for me, Granny. I'm going on duty, you know.
Mr. Clampett, I've been thinking about the job on that truck.
Yes?
I don't quite know how to say this, but sometimes people take jobs only to find out they should have taken jobs other than the jobs they have. And, well...
I think I know what you're going to say.
You do?
And stop worrying. I know I can get you a place on the truck with me.
No, I didn't...
Try the board of directors.
What?
Mr. Drysdale has something he wants to ask you.
Now, wait, John.
What is it, Mr. Drysdale?
Well, it's... Mr. Clampett, how would you like a job as a director for OK Oil?
I already got a job. I'm what you call sanitation.
I know. This is for your dear friend, John Brewster.
He didn't ask me.
It's not easy for a man like John to come begging for help.
Things that bad down to the oil company?
Just say yes, please.
I don't rightly know what a director does, but if he needs me.
So, what's the decision? Are you on the board of directors?
You betcha, Mr. Brewster.
Wonderful.
That's what friends is for. And just as quick as I turn in my uniform, I'm going to work for OK Oil.
Gentlemen,
Don't worry, John. Mr. Clampett will be here any minute.
that's what worries me. I've already got a new director who's on my back because of falling profits. Now you've given me Jed Clampett to shove down his throat.
Just tell him Mr. Clampett owns your biggest oil field.
Well, that doesn't make him director material to E.W. Braxner.
Tough, huh?
They call him the Wolverine.
Good morning, Mr. Braxner. Nice having you with us.
That's what you think.
Morning, neighbor.
Were you addressing me?
Yes, sir. My name is Clampett. I'm here to start work, but I didn't know exactly what I'd be doing, so I brung all my tools.
I don't know where you belong, man. Try down the hall.
Well, thank you. I will.
That's Braxner. He flew in on the company plane an hour ago.
Well, good luck, John. I'll be leaving now.
No. You got me into this. Now you're going to stick around for the fireworks. Morning, gentlemen. As you know, I called this special meeting to elect a new director to the board. I only hope the meeting will be better than the coffee we just had. Mr. Drysdale of the Commerce Bank will be sitting in with us today.
Who is this new director? Where is he?
Well, actually,
Hope the noise ain't bothering you. I seen this loose carpet in here, and I didn't want nobody to trip. Well, howdy, Mr. Brewster. Mr. Drysdale. I've been wandering around here like a cow in a cornfield looking for something to do.
gentlemen, our new candidate for the board of directors. So, gentlemen, by virtue of the large part Mr. Clampett has played in the success of OK Oil, I propose that he be elected to the board of directors.
Here, here.
May we have the vote?
Just a moment. I can appreciate the fact that Mr. Clampett owns some valuable real estate. But if I may speak candidly, it does not qualify him to be a director of a multifaceted industrial complex. Mr. Clampett, would you please tell me what positions you have held in the past?
Well, yesterday I was sanitation engineer.
What kind of engineer?
Oh, that's working on a truck, collecting table scraps, leftovers.
He's a garbage man. I'm not electing him to my board of directors. Mr. Braxner, he has $62 million. He does? Well, any garbage man who can collect $62 million has to have something on the ball.
Say, I've got something here I think you'll enjoy.
Gentlemen, may we have the vote, please? All those who favor Mr. Clampett's election to the board of directors, raise their hand. Mr. Braxner.
Oh, yes, by all means.
Congratulations, Mr. Clampett.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, now that I'm a director, can I get back to the loose carpeting?
Oh, no, Mr. Clampett, that'll be taken care of. But we need you for more important things.
Well, that's what I'm here for, to help.
Oh, good. Just have a seat.
Oh, howdy, Paul. We come to watch.
Uncle Jed, you directing yet?
Here I am, young'un. Say, I'd like you to meet these nice folks. Where's Granny?
Here I am. Somebody ought to fix that loose carpet.
I hate to say I told you so.
How do you do, Granny?
Howdy. What's everybody slicked up for? Is it a wedding or a funeral?
This is the board of directors, Granny. I was just elected unanimous.
Good. I got a whole basket of celebrating victuals for you. Hey, Grouchy, how would you like a pickled hawk egg? Them directors must have been right upset about something. They hardly touched my victuals.
I know what's bothering them, Granny. The OK Oil Company can't find no new wells.
Well, don't tell them about the one in our backyard.
Yeah, I plumb forgot about that.
Remember when I was digging that root cellar? When I swung that old pick and pow, there was oil everywhere.
Hope you ain't gonna unplug the hole, Paul.
Look, Ellie, a friend's in trouble, and I'm on the board of directors now. Could be we might have to.
I got the case for the chain.
I got the clippers.
Well, Mr. Brewster or not, I was hoping that oil would give up and went away.
I know just how you feel, Granny, but we got to look.
Here comes the blood.
It's gone. The oil is gone. It's a dry well. It's a dry well. It's gone.
Well, there it is, another dead blasted fortune.
What do you mean you can't find that leak? That pipeline's been losing 30 barrels an hour for the past 2 hours.
Yes, I know, but here the line goes under the city of Beverly Hills. And it would be almost impossible to dig under the...
Surprise!
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 Surprise! Surprise!
It's them again.
Let me out of here.
He's gonna steal!
Mr. Brewster, we brought you a present. Your oil trouble is over.
Well, this is crude.
I know, but we had to put it in anything we could find.
I still know where this come from.
Well, exactly where did it come from?
Well, I'd rather not tell, but it's real handy. You might say right in my own backyard.
Mr. Clampett, how many barrels an hour is this well of yours producing?
Well, I don't know, but in a couple of minutes it'll fill up a churn, a cheese crock, a milk pail, and 3 fruit jars.
Well, you live here on Crestview Drive, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Clampett, this is my oil.
That's right, it's all yours, and we don't want no thanks for it, and if you can arrange it, no money.
Well, that's very kind of you, Mr. Clampett.
Hey, you better find where to empty these, Uncle Jed.
Yeah, we want to fill them up again.
Well, ordinarily it would go down to the refinery here in Long Beach.
All right, family, grab your oil and try not to spill none.
We can come out now, gentlemen. I found the leak. Melbourne, regardless of how it makes them feel, I have got to tell the Clampetts the truth. That oil they're giving me is from my pipeline.
Please, John, don't tell them. I'll jump out of the car.
Oh, sit down, Melbourne. Sit down. All right, you keep them away from the place long enough for my men to fix that leak. I won't say anything.
Thank you, John. I'll think of a way. Get busy, Miss Hathaway.
Well, we could send them out in the OK Oil Company plane to look for new oil fields.
I ain't gonna fly, Jed, and you can't make me. I ain't got wings, feathers, or a beak. And you ain't getting me off the ground.
I keep trying to tell you we are off the ground. We've been flying for a half hour.
Yeah, we must be 15,000 feet in the air.
Well, he is high up. Look at that little cow down there. He ain't no bigger than an ant.
Granny, that is an ant on your window.
I sure don't see no oil fields.
Heck, you wouldn't know an oil field if it come up and bit you on the nose.
Would you?
Well, no.
What a wild goose chase that was. We was up in that plane for hours without seeing a slough.
Sure hate to give up, but I've been looking through those spy glasses for so long, it felt like we was going around in circles.
Well, at least you found one well. Jed, It's dried up.
Sure has petered out. Dry as a mouth full of cotton. Poor Mr. Brewster, we got him all excited over a flash in the pan.
What are you going to say to him?
I don't know, but I hate to tell him that this well has turned out to be a duster and we ain't found another.
Maybe you can think of something else to make money for his company.
I already started studying on it.
Hey, Uncle Jed, let's get back on that plane.
Yes, oh, hush up. Can't you see your Uncle Jed is studying on something?
But I found this book about flyers and flying, all about fellas like Rickenbacker and Lindbergh and things.
Yes, oh, hush up.
But I want to get back up there and learn how, so I can get me some paying passengers and earn me some spending money.
Yes, oh. Will you be quiet? Can't you see you're making so much noise your Uncle Jed can't think?
Hush up a minute.
I told him to.
Not him, you. Always got the answer.
I do?
That whole company plane is going to waste. We could take on passengers and make the OK Oil Company a barn full of money.
Howdy. I'll have this nailed down before you know it.
Welcome aboard to OK Airlines. Just sit down anywhere.
Thank you.
Excuse me. We're supposed to sit on benches?
Yes, sir. We can carry more folks that way.
Yeah, that means I can take it to Albuquerque.
You're flying to Albuquerque?
That's right. Where are you going?
Bombay, India.
Bombay. I wonder why they put us on the same plane.
It's a strange route. Maybe it's one of those special tourist deals.
Well, all I know is my ticket costs only $10.
So did mine.
What's going on here?
What have you done to this plane?
Now, listen, Grouchy. We're letting you ride free. On account of you're a director, but you gotta sit down and be quiet.
What's this?
It's Jed's idea. In case we hit a bump. There. That ought to hold it. That's a granny knot.
You think this entire OK Oil Company is a commie plot?
He's going to take off.
Is these all the tickets you sold, Ellie?
Right so.
Well, it'll take us a little while before we get known. But in the meantime, we got to be on schedule.
Say, are you the pilot of this thing?
No, I'm the co-pilot. One of the VIPs who thought of this offered to sit in for me.
Yeah. What kind of a flyer is he?
Strange. Real strange.
You know, John, the Clampetts might have something. That plane holds, what, 10 or so comfortably at $300 a shot? Oh, we could make a fortune by that. John? What's the matter, John? That's the OK Oil Company.
Airplane!
What are you doing? I just stepped on the clutch and shifted into second. That's the throttle, and that's the rudder. I thought you said you had your wings. I do. See here? This is Captain Midnight.
Those ropes were sure a good idea, Jed.
Yeah, well, this might be a good time to offer up the free drinks.
All right, passengers, we is going to serve you free drinks. Now you got your choice of coffee, tea, buttermilk, or hot mouth.
Who's flying this thing?
I think you all better have hot mouth.
I want to turn back.
Me too.
Here you are. We've been out of our mind. Are you all right?
Sure. For some reason, the fellow was going to Bombay, decided to get off at Albuquerque.
Oh, what about Mr. Grassner? Did you land him in New York?
Nope.
Oh, no.
He liked the service so well, he bought a round-trip ticket.
It weren't the service, it was my rheumatism medicine.
Rheumatism medicine.
Charlie Brown. Mr. Bruxton. Oh. It's good to be back in New York, gentlemen. A fine flight. Oh, take a peek at this, Buddy.
Ceiling to cellar, and nothing's gonna stop us. Ellie Mae, get through. Commence upstairs.
But, Granny, I was going to the
double. Kid, don't get smart.
Granny, that might be Dasher Frock in his new car.
I don't care if it's Tom Mix and his Wonder Horse.
Hello, Granny.
Oh, Mr. Cushing. What a surprise. Come in.
Howdy, Mr. Cushing.
Oh, hello, Mr. Clampett. I'm sorry to drop in unexpectedly like this, but I happen to be in the neighborhood, and it was such a beautiful day. I thought maybe Granny would like to go for a drive.
Well, I'm afraid you picked the
Can
wrong...
you wait for me to change?
Well, come on in the parlor and sit down, Mr. Cushing. I'll bust out some cool cider.
I hope that I'm not interrupting anything.
Well, as a matter of fact, you are, and we couldn't be happier.
I wish you could have seen the look on John Cushing's face when I walked out of there with that financing contract. Yes. He'd been working on the deal for 6 months, and I took it right out from under him.
Hello, Milburn.
Now, just a minute, John. Don't you come in here and threaten me like that.
Relax, Milburn.
Everything I did was within the law. It'll hold up in court, and if you hit me, I'll bleed all over you.
I came in to congratulate the winner. You have beat me again.
You're not mad?
Why, of course not.
Well, I'm glad to see you taking it this way, buddy boy. You've got to learn to live with it, you know. Oh, I've got the weight on you with those Clampett millions.
Yes, I understand.
When you climb in the ring with us big boys, you've got to expect to take one of the chops now and again.
Well, maybe someday I will have an account like the Clampetts.
That's the spirit, Johnny, baby. Well, I'm busy now. I'm glad you dropped by. Keep that old chin up.
Thanks, I'll try.
Granny, hello. Come in.
Ain't got time. Johnny's taking me for a ride in the country.
What? Aren't you going to wish us a nice trip, Milburn?
Have a nice trip.
Keep the old chin up, Jim.
Here, Chief. That's for revivers.
Oh, thank you. I needed that.
Lie down.
That dirty account-stealing pirate. I'm going to report him to the banking commissioner for unfair tactics.
Now, Chief, there's nothing unfair about Mr. Cushing having a date with Granny.
There certainly is. He's single, and I've got a wife, a millstone around my neck.
Hello, dear.
Millstone. Margaret.
Oh, dear. Hold out your hand and close your eyes, and Mobby will give you a sweet surprise.
Margaret.
In fact, I've got 2 surprises.
Not now, dear. I've got trouble. Real trouble.
This is just the thing to cheer you up. Close its little winkies. There. That's the first surprise. A picture of Daddy for your desk. Well, Milburn, have you nothing to say?
What's the second surprise?
This will really set your eyes to dancing. Daddy is coming out to visit with us.
Oh.
Now, don't let your joy be too ecstatic. There's one teensy dark cloud. Daddy just phoned me from Las Vegas. It seems that he had to change planes there, and in doing so, he misplaced his money. Oh, here that is. This is a number where you can reach him and arrange to provide funds. I think it's the Las Vegas chapter of the Harvard Club. Toodaloo.
I wouldn't bail that little grifter out of Las Vegas if he was my father.
Chief?
Misplaced his money. Placed it on the wrong number.
Chief!
Well, he can just stay there.
Chief!
What?
Lowell Redling's Farquhar is the answer to Mr. Cushing.
What are you talking about?
Well, don't you remember his last visit? How captivated Granny was?
Yes, he did kind of charm her with that back bay baloney, didn't he?
Stack the chips for me, will you? Well?
Mr. Farquhar. Oh, this is Mr. Drysdale calling you from Beverly Hills.
Oh. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Keep these warm for me. Hello? Farquhar here. Oh, yes. Milburn, what's the matter, son? Me? Need money? I don't know where you heard that.
Margaret said you were broken stranded up there. Hocked your Phi Beta Kappa key.
Yeah, that's right, and it seemed to have brought me a remarkable piece of luck. Bet it all, my dear.
Oh, Daddy Farquhar, every chip?
Every chip. What's that, Milburn? Oh, no. I can't come to Los Angeles now. In fact, I might stay here indefinitely. All right, everybody, get ready for pass number 6. Legalize, you know.
Oh, Daddy Farquhar, you crapped out.
Milburn, how soon do you want me to be there?
I've been waiting for you two. Mr. Drysdale's been a-calling and what in tarnation is that?
Oh, that's what you call a jive wrap. Johnny bought it for me.
I wanted Granny to have something to remember this day by.
Some neck.
Yeah, but all he done was buy me a stuffed animal.
Mr. Clampett, Granny and I have a little business matter to discuss with you concerning Mr. Drysdale's bank.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Mr. Drysdale's been calling. He says he's got a surprise for you, Granny.
I got one for him, too. I'm putting my money in Mr. Cushing's bank.
With your approval, of course.
Well, Granny's free to do anything she sees fit with her share of the money. That's 1/4 of everything I got, whatever that comes to.
$15,786,412.22. Approximately.
There's no use splitting hairs.
Come on, Jed. Let's go down to Mr. Drysdale's bank and unburden him of some money.
Mr. Farquhar and staff are here, Chief.
Hello, Milburn, my boy.
Daddy Farquhar, it's so good to... Staff? What's that?
My financial advisors. I have my investment counselor and my tax expert. Come in, staff. Girls, I want you to meet my son-in-law, Milburn Drysdale. Milburn, meet Lil and Jill.
Hi. Hello there.
I can't remember which is which.
I'm Lil. I'm Jill.
I'm ill. Get them out of here.
What shall I do with them?
Who cares? Girls, Miss Hathaway here is my financial advisor. Oh, excuse me, Daddy. She's going to take you down to the coffee shop and discuss today's Bond picture.
Oh, is there a new one out? I love Goldfinger, didn't you? Thunderball's my favorite.
So long, staff.
Hi, Daddy Farquhar.
Hi, Lil. Oh, Jill.
How can you call those girls financial advisors?
Well, they're not always right, but with them, even losing is a pleasure.
Now, listen to me, you overaged delinquent. My biggest account is being romanced away by a rival banker named John Cushing. I want you to step in and cut him out.
I see.
And believe me, I'll make it worth your while.
Oh, now, Milburn, did I mention money?
No, you didn't.
Well, I'll mention it now. You're going to have to lay it on me heavy. Okay. Now, who is to be the object of my attention? Some wealthy movie star? Liz Taylor? Sophia Loren?
She's a grandmother.
Oh, Marlene Dietrich. Eddie Lamar.
Granny Clampett.
Well, I don't remember seeing any of her. Granny Clampett.
Who called? Lowell Farquhar.
Daisy.
What brings you to town?
You, Granny, you. Yes. He's been talking of nothing but you since he flew in.
Yes.
Recalling those golden days you spent together just a few short months ago.
Yes.
But it's been a year. Why ain't you wrote?
Well, Milburn?
He's been trying to forget you, Granny. He even went to the desert, hoping that the blazing sun would burn from his heart the bittersweet memories of those moments of ecstasy spent with you. The one great love of his life.
Yes.
Oh, Lowell, you rascal. You sure know what to say to a girl.
Well, Granny, we got the papers all. Mr. Farquhar.
Hello, Mr. Clampetts.
Where you been?
In the desert, trying to forget me, Jed.
Excuse me, Mr. Cushing. I don't believe you and Mr. Farquhar has met.
Oh, that's right. Lowell, this here man is...
You don't have to tell me who he is. I'd recognize him anywhere. It's a great pleasure, sir. I've always wanted to meet Granny's father. Huh? Wonderful girl you've got here, old-timer.
Old-timer? Well, what is he talking about?
He ain't my pa. He's just a elderly friend.
Milburn, you and I have some business to transact. Granny is putting her money in my bank.
What? Now, wait a minute. Daisy, I didn't think you'd do this without my advice.
Well, you wasn't here, Lowell, and I...
Well, we figured to take some of the burden off of Mr. Dry's, Davy.
Burden? Oh, no, handling your money is a pleasure.
Hi, may we come in?
In fact, I just added these two young ladies to my staff of financial advisors.
These girls are financial advisors?
Yes. They're not always right, but with them, even losing is a pleasure.
Doggy. Granny, you look like you stepped right out of the catalog.
Your hair's different, Granny.
Johnny likes it this way. Who? Mr. Cushing. He'll be here any moment. After he leaves, I'll change it for Lowell. He likes it down.
You mean you got them coming one right after the other?
Jed, I've got to make hay while the sun shines. It's been cloudy a lot of years.
Daddy, jot off a picture of your court and cider like you said.
Court and cider? Hey, this ain't your hard stuff, is it?
Of course not. Well, it might have a little edge to it.
Yeah. This stuff will strip paint.
I don't want to end up with another stuffed animal.
That must be Mr. Cushing.
Want me to go, Granny?
I want you all to go that way and stay out of sight.
Sally, you take this quart and cider and put it back in a keg. Real gentle.
Oh, Granny was counting on this to help Mr. Cushing to fall for her quicker.
I'd have him fall quicker, but he'll be a lot longer getting up.
Oh, come in. Come in.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you have your hair up.
Does it pleasure you, Johnny?
Indeed it does, Daisy. Especially since I found this for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, a comb for my hair.
Yes.
Oh.
It's very old.
Well, your hair ain't exactly young.
Oh, no, I meant the comb is very old.
Oh.
It once belonged to a Spanish marquesa.
Well, it's pretty for being secondhand.
Milburn, Granny isn't expecting me till 4 o'clock. And besides, there's Lil and Jill.
Forget Lil and Jill. I had enough trouble explaining them to Margaret. Did you have to tell them to take a sunbath in the backyard?
Well, they like to keep up their tans, and they're expecting me to bring them some oil.
You save your oil for Granny.
Blame family always underfoot, set when you need 'em. Just when I had Johnny all... Oh, Lola.
Hello, Daisy.
I didn't expect you until 4.
Well, I just couldn't stay away. Oh, you ravishing creature.
Speak low when you speak love.
Oh, Daisy, you're wearing your hair up. And after you promised.
Oh, well, I only put it up so you could watch me take it down.
Oh, how sweet.
There. Now, how's that?
Oh, lovely, lovely. Well, come on. I remember the way to the courting parlor.
No, no!
What's the matter?
It ain't there no more. It's up there.
Well, this is cozy.
Ain't it nice? Oh, is that for me, or did you bring your lunch?
Oh, no, this is an orchid. May I pin it on?
I thought you brought it for me.
Nearest the heart. There we are. Don't let me stick you. There we are.
I gotta go see in the mirror. No. You stay right here. Think about me. Hope I didn't keep you waiting, Johnny.
Waiting for you is a pleasure.
Well, good. Looks like you're in for a right pleasurable afternoon.
Paul, I ain't never seen anybody move as fast as Granny. She's got Mr. Cushing in one room, Mr. Farquhar in the other, and
They both here?
Yes, sir. And her shoes is just a-smoking from running back and forth betwixt them.
Leave it to Granny to fish 2 creeks at once.
Sure will be glad when I get to be 77. Have me some fun.
Where'd you hide the cider?
Granny, you know that stuff is too strong for them city fellas.
It's for me.
Well, you do look a mite drawed out. How you coming with a double courtship?
Jed, I can't decide whether them fellas is after me for my looks or my money.
Money come up, did it?
Right now, courting talk is running at a poor second. It's hard enough to pick a fella. I gotta pick a bank, too.
Granny, I got a notion. You go back to your beaux, and I'll have a talk with them 2 financial advisors we met this morning. Tells me they is over in the Drysdale's backyard.
You reckon they can help?
I don't see why not. These experts at handling money.
See? Now, ain't this better than laying over there on the grass and getting all chigger bit?
Well, it sure beats getting the 3rd degree from Daddy's darling daughter.
Oh, there you are, girls. Jethro, would you leave us alone for a minute?
But, Uncle Jed, I'm getting interviewed for a job by these 2 financial advisors. Them 2 for bosses. I'd work overtime every night.
Come back later, boy.
Hey, but, Uncle Jed, I'm getting
Come back later, boy. Girls, I need your help. You see, I got $62 million.
62 million?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
But, Uncle Jed, I'm...
Come back later, boy.
Back in a minute, Johnny. Be there in a jiffy, Lowell. That's another fella I'm gonna give him to Ellie Mae. I can't even decide betwixt 2 of them.
Is my father here?
Yes, he is. And I want to ask you something. If I was to marry your pa, and you was my stepdaughter, would we visit every day, cook together, sew together, and be real close friends?
Absolutely not.
Shucks. He's still in the running.
Daddy! Daddy! Where are you?
What's all the shouting about?
Oh, Daddy Farquhar, are you all right?
Well, of course I'm all right.
What were you doing in that room?
Playing solitaire, mostly. And I've had a fabulous run of luck.
Same here. I won 5 out of 9.
Excuse us a minute. John,
Are you a man who likes a little diversion now and then?
Oh, I'm starving for some, and the sooner the better.
Then, as my financial advisors would say, let's split.
Oh, Daddy Cushing, that's your 5th straight pass.
Well, John, what do you think of my financial advisors, huh?
Lol, with them, even losing would be a pleasure.
I don't want to hear no more belly aching. We're going to wash this place from ceiling to cellar. And you, wipe that smile off your...
On a route, and I got to make sure that every paper lands right square on the front porch.
Pa, Jethro won't let me go with him.
Well, now, Ellie, this is the boy's first big important job.
Ain't he just a paper boy?
Oh, no, Granny. He's what you call a deputy district circulation chief in charge of home distribution. Jethro, you're a working man now. Make us proud of you.
Always remember a job worth doing is worth 2 in the bush.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, I should have asked him would he be home for noon victuals.
I wouldn't count on it, Granny. Getting a paper up to some of these Beverly Hills houses is a 10-minute walk from the street.
Well, not for Jethro. He's got his papers fixed for long-distance flying.
What you mean?
Wrapped them around these here big rocks. Well, he can sail them all.
Where do you get these roofing slates?
A whole bunch of them fell off of Mr. Drysdale's roof.
By themselves?
Yes, sir. All Jethro done was loosen them.
That'd give a paper a heap of carry, all right. Hope the boy's careful.
These ways we know he ain't getting into trouble.
We can hope.
Ain't that Glory Swanson?
Appears to be.
I'm gonna cut that out from my scrapbook.
Granny, you must have 400 pictures of Glory Swanson.
She's my favorite movie star. What's it say about her?
Says here they're going to demolish her home.
What are they doing that for?
According to this, they're going to turn her estate into a golf course.
For that they're turning Glory Swanson out of her house?
Not only out of her house, but clean out of town. Says here she's going back east to live.
You mean she ain't going to make no more pictures with Wally Reed?
Kinda looks that way.
Well, without Glory Swanson's pictures, the movie theater back home will close up. What could have struck her down at the peak of her career?
Well, let's ask Jethro when he gets home.
Jethro?
Yeah, he ought to know. He's a newspaper man now.
Good morning, Chief.
Miss Hathaway, have you let it slip out that I'm behind this golf course deal?
Oh, certainly not. Why do you ask?
Somebody threw this through my window this morning with a rock inside.
Mr. Drysdale's office. Who's calling, please? What? One moment. Chief, there's a Mr. Miller on the phone who says he's associated with you in the golf course venture.
Hello, Jack. How's it going? What? This morning? I'll call you back.
Chief, what is it?
The same thing happened to him. This paper, tied around a rock, through the wall of his bedroom.
Apparently you've angered one of Miss Swanson's loyal fans. There has never been a movie star so idolized. She's a living legend.
I'm not hurting Gloria Swanson. She wants to move out of that huge mansion.
Yes, but to millions of her fans, you're demolishing a shrine. And then to read that all of her priceless possessions are to be sold at auction.
That's her idea, too.
Yes, but you can see how it might set off an eccentric fan.
You think her fans are eccentric? What do you think Miss Swanson intends to do with the money?
What?
Donate her to the Actors Relief Fund. She's giving it away. How's that for having a screw loose?
I think it's a magnificent gesture.
When she could put it in my bank and collect interest? What kind of sickness is this? What's happening to our moral values?
Chief, Miss Swanson is a very wealthy woman. She doesn't need the money.
What are you, some kind of radical? If you want to do something, call the police. Let them find out who's throwing rocks at us. Good guys.
Well, I got all the papers delivered. Got this extra left over.
Well, thank you, Jethro. We got one.
Okay. Well, you can stop worrying about pruning that eucalyptus tree. I see you reading about Gloria Swanson. She's on my paper route.
She is.
Yeah, she lives around here, does she?
Mm-hmm. If she had logs, we could call them.
Did you see her?
Pretty near. Took the paper up to give it to her in person, but she was too busy. They was getting ready for auction.
Auction?
Yeah, it tells all about it in the papers. He's fixing to sell off everything on the place.
Well, Granny, I didn't want to read you that part because I know how it gloomed you up back home when the sheriff put some poor soul's belongings under the hammer.
You think that this could happen to Gloria Swanson? One day she's queen in the movies, and the next day they're throwing her out in the street.
Granny's always felt special close to Gloria Swanson.
We's look-alikes, you know.
You and Gloria Swanson look alike.
If I've heard it once, I've heard it 100 times.
Is she kidding, Uncle Jed?
Oh, I've heard it 100 times myself. Of course, it was always Granny that said it.
Come on, Jed.
Where you going, Granny?
To Gloria Swanson's house to hold off the sheriff. Ain't nobody gonna push around my look-alike.
That makes 101. Hold on there. Emmy, fetch your Granny back in here.
Yes, sir, Pop.
Put me down! Jed, are you gonna turn your back on Gloria Swanson just when she needs us?
Of course not, but we ain't gonna go charging up there like a bunch of bounty hunters. Now, everybody get in your Sunday best. So when Miss Swanson sees us, she'll know we're Beverly Hills neighbors. Oh, howdy, sir. I wonder if we could...
Coming through, please.
Yes, sir. I wonder if we could see Miss Gloria Swanson. We is...
Okay, watch your step.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Look at this.
Like a palace.
Yeah, more than twice the size of our place.
Of course it is. This is the home of a movie star.
Yeah. I ain't nothing but a plain, scrubby, old, everyday millionaire.
Hey, look here.
Ain't she beautiful?
She is for a fact.
You notice how our eyes is alike?
Yeah, you both got two.
Come here and sit down and remember where you are.
Just a minute. Who are you people?
We is the Clampetts.
And we is true, loyal friends of Gloria Swanson.
You're kidding.
That surprises you, don't it?
Yes, it certainly does.
Looks like everybody but us has turned their backs on her.
She's got lots of friends back in the hills where we come from.
Swell. Oh, okay, fellas, take the sofa.
Hold on. Where are you taking this?
To the auction.
No, quick, young'un. You ain't taking this without us.
All right, fellas, move the chairs first. Now, look here, I'm getting a little fed up with it.
Mister, but couldn't you leave something?
No, sir. Every single thing in this house is going to be auctioned off. All right, fellas, take the sofa. Come on, pick it up.
Put her down.
What is going on? Who are those people?
They're fans of yours from back in the hills somewhere. Oh, and they don't like the idea of your furniture being auctioned off.
Sweet, I'm very touched.
Well, the fellas now get rid of them.
No. Please, I want to talk to them. I'll see you when you come back.
Well, I have to make another trip anyway to pick up the gold bathtub.
Mr. Foley, I want to take that tub back east with me. It'll remind me of those crazy, wonderful 20s.
But I can auction it off for a lot of crazy, wonderful money. Remember, this is for charity.
I'll donate something else. Please let me keep my bathtub.
Nope, I'm afraid not. That tub is going on the auction block.
Young feller, ain't there no limit to you? The lady keep her bathtub.
Now, look here, old-timer.
Ollie, you and I'll discuss this when you come back.
All right. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get that tub.
Villain.
Come on, fellas.
Do we know one another?
Oh, sure. You're Glory Swanson.
And who are you?
Well, I'm... Clampetts. Yeah, that's it, Jed Clampetts.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Clampett. And this is your family?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm sorry that I can't offer you any refreshments. There's nothing left in the kitchen. They've even taken my stove and my refrigerator.
And now they want your bathtub. Miss Swanson, I just don't know what to say.
I'd like to meet your family. I don't see many fans these days.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Miss Swanson, this here is McKinn folks. My daughter, Ellie.
Howdy. How do you do, Ella?
And my nephew, Jethro.
Howdy.
And this here is Granny. I reckon you ain't got a greater fan in the whole world than her, less than it's me.
We look alike, you know.
Yes, I can see the resemblance.
Hear that?
Won't you sit down?
Thank you, Miss Swanson, but we've took up enough of your time. We'll be moseying home.
Oh, Jed, I want to ask Miss Swanson when she's going to make another picture like Society Scandal.
Oh, Society Scandal. You remember that one?
Yeah. Jed and me seen it twice.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Oh, yes. Clean last summer.
You two attended the Silent Film Festival in Venice?
No, ma'am. We seen it at the Bijou Theater back in Bucktussle.
Tussle?
Yes, ma'am.
My cousin Pearl plays Vianney there.
Still showing my silent films?
You betcha.
Miss Swanson, don't judge the whole country by these fickle Hollywood folks. Back home, you is a queen of the movies. You always have been, and you always will be.
How wonderful.
When are you going to give us some more zingers? Like Gilded Cage, Male and Female, Manhandle?
I'm afraid I'll never make movies like those again.
I don't see that.
Sure you will.
Oh, take my word for it. That golden era of filmmaking is gone forever.
No.
Granny. Miss Swanson, we'll be running along. Now, you get your feathers up out of the dust. I got a feeling things are going to change.
Miss Swanson, before we go, can I have a picture of you?
Well, you certainly could, but I'm sorry I don't have any.
Oh, well, how about this one here?
Jethro, put that down.
You can't take her painting.
I wish I could give it to you, but it has to go on the auction block with everything else. The money is badly needed.
I think we best get out of here.
Oh, look at there.
Isn't he precious? How is my beautiful pussycat? Do you know that I used to have 6 of these?
Yes. I bet she wasn't bothered much with mice.
Bye, Miss Swanson.
Hey, bye, Miss Swanson.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. It's been so nice visiting with you.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Swanson. I found this in one of your armoires. I'll just catalog it for sale and put it with the rest of the things.
Oh, no. It's the only warm thing I have left. I'll need it for those cold winters ahead.
Well, all right. I guess we have to leave you something.
Did you see that coat?
I reckon that explains what happened to them other 5 cats.
Poor woman.
She's really hard up, ain't she?
She is for a fact. It's bad enough having to sell her bathtub. But when it comes to skinning her cats for clothes... got to admire that Glory Swanson. Hollywood has turned its back on her. They's tearing down her house. Her furniture is going under the hammer. Before long, she won't have a tub to wash in, and she still carries herself like a queen.
What can we do to help her, Paul?
Why don't we just haul off and settle about 10 or 12 million on her?
Oh, Jethro, we don't want to rob her of her pride.
Well, we could go to the auction and buy everything. That wouldn't do no good. The sheriff gets the money.
How come she don't make no more movies?
Well, Jethro, I understand that's the show business. One day you're living high on the hog. Next day you're down to wearing a catskin coat.
Hey, you own a movie studio. You have her make a picture.
Granny, I generally leave all that movie stuff to Mr. Chapman. It would be nice if she could earn the money she needs.
You tell Mr. Chapman to get a hold of Thomas Meehan or Wally Reed or Rod LaRock and turn out another blockbuster like The Wages of Virtue.
Looking for Mr. Chapman. He's on stage 7. First one on your right.
What have you done to your hair?
I touched up the premature gray spot. I'm going to knock Gloria Swanson right off her $1 million pins. Oh, I'm the sheik of Arab. I've got to make sure she goes for my idea. Drysdale Swanson Enterprises announce Dry Swan Country Club. Okay. Swanson Drysdale Enterprises present Swandale Country Club. You think she'll buy that?
Why not ask her? She's in your office.
Huh? Oh! Miss Dry Swan. Swansdale. Swanson. I'm Ilbrin Drysdale.
Oh, Mr. Drysdale, you're a much younger man than I expected.
Really? It's a pleasure to meet you. Isn't this smog terrible?
Yes. It gets on everything.
Miss Swanson, we have a little business to discuss. Now, if you'll step over here, I have an artist's conception of how your estate will look as a golf course. Oh. Now, while you're looking at that, I'll read you some estimated profit figures.
Don't tell me he's too busy. This is important.
What's the meaning of this, Chapman?
Those kooky hillbillies. What happened to your hair?
What happened to yours?
Those kooky hillbillies of yours want to make a movie.
So make it.
Without sound?
I don't care if it's without film. Make it.
But those idiots want to star Gloria Swanson. That's the way I feel about it, too. A lot of crazy ideas in my day, but this is raving madness.
And this is Gloria Swanson.
How do you do? Gloria Swanson?
Miss Swanson, this is Larry Chapman, head of Mammoth Studios. Until now.
How do you do? Did I hear you say that somebody wanted to make a silent motion picture with me?
It's an eccentric hillbilly family named Clampett.
They've got a lot of millions.
Kind of short on marbles.
I met the Clampetts. I think they're delightful people.
Oh, boy, this is just not my day.
Miss Swanson, I think it's a marvelous idea for you to make a picture for the Clampetts.
Milburn, be practical. Where would you show a silent movie these days?
How about the Bijou Theater in Bug Tussle?
There's going to be just a little more delay. Them people in there just won't leave till they see the movie again. While that's going on, Miss Glory Swanson is going to autograph a picture for each and every one of you.
Miss Swanson, you're the biggest thing that ever happened to Bug Tussle.
Bug Tussle is the nicest thing that ever happened to me.